Peace everyone, it's your girl Amira, and today we are exploring the historical side of Algeria. Today we're doing something that as an Algerian that was born in Algeria, that grew up in Algeria, I never did before, which is visiting the historical sites of Algeria. I don't know if you know, I feel like I'm doing like a historical documentary, but Algeria had contact with some of the oldest civilizations. Today we're visiting two of the biggest sites in the country. The first one right now that we're visiting is called Le Tombeau de la Chrétienne, which basically means the tomb of the Christian. But it's actually a bad translation because it's actually a Roman woman. It's not a Christian woman. But in Algeria, the term Roman slowly but surely transformed itself to mean other, to mean Christian or European. So that's why instead of being the tomb of the Roman woman, it became the tomb of the Christian woman. And one thing that is really interesting, this tomb is actually a proof of love. One of the old kings of Algeria really loved his wife. So he built this tomb for her so he could see her during his battles. And he built this tomb here specifically on top of a mountain because he wanted her to be the last thing he see before he dies, if ever he dies in battles. I don't know if he died here in Algeria. To be honest, I'm not knowledgeable enough in my own country's history, which is really sad, which I'm working on. I'm trying to learn as much as possible. This tomb is considered to be a UNESCO historical site, so it's part of the World Heritage because it links so many civilizations in one place, and it's also a masterpiece of architecture. As someone who studied in history, as someone that loves history, especially old civilization, this is incredible for me to be able to touch something that people built thousands and thousands of years ago. It's fascinating to think about, what did I think back then? Did I know that this was gonna stay here for like 2,000 years? I don't know, it's just like fascinating. Being able to witness something like this sort of makes me emotional because subhanAllah, you never know. It sort of makes you think about your role in society, in the history of humanity, and I don't know. It makes me wonder about human capability and ability. This king decided to build a tomb for his loved one, and this tomb is still here thousands of years later. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but to be able to see something that is still here after thousands of years, it's just so humbling. It makes you think about like what sort of impact you're having on others and on your community. And also it makes me proud. I don't know, I'm so happy that I'm able to show you these spaces, these beautiful places in Algeria. Just to give you like a little idea of what I'm thinking. Just this rock was built and touched and put here by someone thousands and thousands of years ago. Can you imagine? Someone 200 years ago might have been at the same place as me. Someone 300 years ago, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago was here, saw the same thing. And it's just incredible to be able to sort of try to understand that like other people with different lives, different realities came to the same place and thought about it. I don't know, maybe I'm taking this too far, but it's just like, it makes me happy. So we are at the ruins of Tipaza, which is 10 minutes away from the tomb of the Christian woman. The ruins of Tipaza are one of my favorite places in Algeria. It's just so beautiful. Actually like a spa slash like entertainment space for the old Romans. There's a theater down there. They have like spa spaces. There's a huge kitchen. There's a temple. There's so many things where the Roman used to come here to chill and relax. You see how big a civilization the Romans were. You can see their traces. But at the end, every civilization ends up falling. And historically, it's just fascinating to see how humanity works. SubhanAllah, I just love it, and it makes me feel connected with the past, but it also is a learning lesson for us all, I think. Places like these, anything linked to the history of Algeria, make me so happy. And there's this feeling of like rediscovering your own country that is sad, but at the same time so precious, so beautiful. It's just like there's so many beautiful places in Algeria, and I'm not gonna visit them all this time, but I can't wait to come back and to visit everything again and again and again.